Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of October 22nd through November the 4th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, or have another significant Cancer placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. Just quickly mention that if you go to the description box below, you have links to my website, my social media, and I also have my PayPal link in case anybody decided they wanted to make any kind of donation. Again, nobody obviously is required to, but the link is there. And my website, of course, is my spiritual coaching website, where I do coaching, healing, transitional services for people who are going through major change. And I do life path readings, astrological charts. I do tarot readings, and I also teach classes. So if you want to check out the kind of work that I do, check out my website below, transitionlifecoaching.net. And also, if you go to my Transition Life Coaching social media account, transition.life.coaching, which is on Instagram, I usually do a mostly daily live stream called Morning Coffee with Briege, and I do upload those episodes here. Plus, I do channelings of Archangel Azrael. So, if you're interested in any of my work, all of the info about that is in the description box below. Okay, now I'm going to jump right into the reading for you for this week, or for this 2-week period of time. Just to not, I don't want to belabor the astrology. I think I've talked about this before. October is a very, very intense month astrologically, and also just in terms of omens. I think I was saying to somebody on the phone today, wow, if the Oracle of Delphi was still around, they'd have a field day with all these comets, the potential supernova, the eclipse. I mean, it just really feels like we are in the middle of a massive change with Pluto going direct, moving into Aquarius, out of Capricorn, and away from that for the next, I forget, well, not in our lifetimes, it won't be back. So, so there's a lot here that's going on, and we've got, Mars is in your own sign of Cancer. It's been there all month, so that has tended to ramp things up. It could make things very emotional. It could make you angry, impatient, frustrated. But it can also be driving you towards doing what you're passionate about as well. So there's been a lot of tense aspects this month. We had an Aries full moon, adding kind of the fire element to everything. We did have a solar eclipse this month, and we're going to have a number of other aspects between now and around mid-November is when we're going to see things start to quiet down. And that's going to be the point towards which Pluto will be moving into Aquarius. And, we're going to be seeing some major shifts in the collective, certainly. So let's talk about your individual chart for this past next 2 weeks. So I think you're feeling like you have 4 of Wands in the first house, Cancer. So this is a pretty solid, secure kind of a card. This is somebody who is accomplished, somebody who is working in conjunction. Sometimes this is a card of marriage in some decks, but there's definitely the idea of having things in balance or in harmony. There's also a little bit of a gateway element, though, to the 4 of Wands. So it's the idea that you have accomplished something to your satisfaction, but now you're ready to move on to the next thing. And with Sphinx, it's really weird. Everybody has gotten Sphinx in the first house, and I shuffled these cards really good between readings, so it's not the same reading laying out. But everyone seems to be getting Sphinx in the first house, so everybody is diving deep and thinking about who they are and what it is that they want. What's your next steps going to be? That's kind of where you're at right now, Cancer. Now, again, this is also a thing for people. Money seems to be potentially flowing in and out right now with water. It's like, okay, money's coming in. Okay, money's going back out to creditors, debtors, people who need it, whatever, or just expenses. And the Lovers, there seems to be an element of choice here. There may be some decisions that you have to make financially about what you're going to do going forward, whether this is about how you're making money or about how you're going to spend your money. So, there definitely seems to be some decisions here that are coming up. Let's look at the 3rd house of Gemini. This is your house of communications. Now, if you're in your own business, that would apply here. This could be about your business. This is also about sibling relationships and things, but we have Page of Pentacles with Top. So I don't know, there's a very strong thing. Page of Pentacles is a strong student card, okay? There's this card of studentship. So I don't know if some of you, if you're teachers, whether you're communicating with a student, or whether you're going to be taking on students, whether you have a business that you're taking on students, like being a tutor or something like that. That's very much possible. But Ta is about work, and it's about hard work. This is Capricorn energy. This is about the nuts and bolts of things. This is about the ways in which we, what we're trying to build, the structures we're trying to build. to be secure, to be safe. This is the finer qualities of masculinity, the finer qualities of the what we think of as animus energy. And to see it here in the third house, to me, this is like making slow but steady progress, focusing very much on your work right now. And with the Page of Pentacles here, it's there's a sense here that this, I don't know if this relates to education, or this could just be a new financial venture that you're thinking about getting into. So Page of Pentacles, definitely messages, good. This is usually good news financially, and new starts and things like that are coming up. But I don't know, it has a strong educational flavor. Let me look at your 9th house here, which is the other house of education, the cross house, and that's Sagittarius energy. Okay, so we have Buckle of Isis with the Knight of Pentacles. Again, Knight of Pentacles has that same plotting energy as Tot. It's very Saturnian. It takes its time. It goes one step at a time. It's something that you're building. It may be telling you that you need to build things one step at a time. And again, you have this element of hard work, Buckle of Isis. You're putting a sacrifice into something. And again, this could relate to education. This could relate to spirituality. Maybe this is a long trip that you're taking. Whatever it is, it's something that's going to yield results, even though I think it feels like results are slow in coming, okay? Seeing this Page of Pentacles down here tells me that there's going to be some good news on this front very, very soon. But right now, you are kind of in this hard work, plotting kind of a thing when it comes to, has something to do with knowledge and communication. So some of you could be writing a book. Like I said, some of you could be teachers. Some of you could be students. It varies here, but whatever's being worked on here, I feel like there's slow but steady progress, and that the work you're putting into something, everything here is promising towards it not only yielding fruit in terms of maybe what it is you want to share with people, but it also may yield a financial fruit as well. So let's look at your own energy, Cancer energy. This is your home. And wow, again, air shows up here. This showed up for Gemini too. It's interesting. This is a card of movement and change. So for some of you, maybe you're planning a move, okay? It does not have to mean that, but if you're not moving, then this would definitely indicate some kind of a change around with your house. Maybe you're gonna clean out and buy some new furniture, or I don't know, do something new with your yard or your garden or whatever. I mean, there's just something here about making a change in the home. This could also apply to family. This could be messages coming from family as well, because this is the house of family. Generally, when I see air here, though, my first thought is relocation. But we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this does represent a new start, a new financial beginning. So I don't know. Some of you might be moving for a job or for something new. Seeing this energy up here in the 9th house, that also sometimes has to do with things that are a distance. So that could be a possibility here. But nonetheless, or like I said, some of you could be moving into a new house. This could be a new financial start, fresh start for you. Or maybe starting a business from home, doing something. Air generally, again, has this strong vibe of communication, speaking, writing, teaching, podcasting, whatever it is. There's definitely this strong element of that. And there definitely seems to be this idea of reestablishing security or establishing new security, either in the space that you're in, or you are planning to physically actually move to a new space. Sometimes this can also indicate things where air can have to do with detachment. So sometimes if we feel we're too emotionally involved in things, and yes, of course, with Cancer is a very emotional sign. So sometimes this may indicate the need to look at something with fresh eyes, and also to kind of detach and just look at the facts of the situation rather than getting emotionally involved in it. Okay, let's look at your work houses here. Let's look at the Virgo house, which is the 6th house. And you have Crook and Flail with the 8 of Pentacles. Again, you've got all this strong element of work. You're working very hard, Cancer, or you're trying to anyway. There's definitely this element of work. And you have it with the Crook and Flail. So this could indicate recognition for your work. This could indicate a change in status. For some people, this could be a promotion on the job. But there's something here about being recognized for work that you're doing. Now, this is also the house of worry, so this could be an area of concern for you, but I'm not seeing anything here that suggests to me that you have anything to worry about. Now, the number 8 does seem to be significant here. This is card 17, as you can see, and 1 plus 7 is 8, and 8 of Pentacles is here. So you've got double eights here. So I don't know if there's something you're looking at in 8 days, 8 weeks, in the next 8 months. I don't know. But there's definitely a strong 8 energy here, the 8th of the month. There's something about 8 here that may be significant here for you. But it does seem to indicate that a lot of the work you are doing is going to be recognized. And there's a sense of you being something of an authority. So yeah, when I see this student card, I'm thinking more that you might be more the teacher than the student in a particular situation. It doesn't have to be a formal situation, but there may be something like that. And if I look at your other career house, wow. 10th house, you've got fire with the Queen of Wands. I mean, Queen of Wands is somebody, I mean, you've got this card of being noticed here, and you've got a card of being noticed here. So this is you being on fire. Like, you're going to be inspired in your career. You're going to know what it is that you want to do. And your Queen of Wands is somebody like the King of Wands, gets what it is that they want. I mean, you're determined to, determined to set the world on fire, figuratively speaking, of course. So there does definitely seem to be this thing of you, this very fiery energy that draws an awful lot of attention to the work that you're doing. So whatever work that you're doing, I mean, it's smoking. It has the potential to bring all of that about, and to put you in that space where you are being recognized, you are inspired, and you are ambitiously moving ahead with what you want to do. Now let's look at your Aquarius house, the 11th house. Okay, you have Earth with the 7 of Chalices. So Earth is about stability. It's about security. So this may be what you're trying to manifest for yourself. But with 7 of Chalices, maybe it feels right now like that's a pipe dream. 7 of Chalices is almost like there's too many options. You don't know which ones are the right ones, what's real, what's not real. There's a definitely, kind of a sense of that. But 7 of Chalices and Earth, there's definitely this sense that you're working towards security, but perhaps you haven't figured out exactly the right way to arrive at that yet. But judging from everything around it, it seems like there is going to be an inspiration, so I would not worry about that at all. Let's look at your 8th house. You have the King of Chalices with Osiris. Okay. So the King of Chalices, okay, this is your energy, certainly. This is definitely water energy. So let's see. King of Chalices is, okay, so this is about keeping control of your emotions, for one thing, okay? And Osiris indicates, again, this desire for stability, to just have things under control. And I feel like King of Chalices here, though, there's a sense of almost like the phrase that's coming into my mind is don't worry, be happy. I think we kind of need to be secure in where we are. I think you need to look at the gains that you've made. That's with the 4 of Wands here in the 1st house. Look at where you are and the gains that you've made and allow yourself to be happy. I feel like you're moving into a space of greater emotional satisfaction and perhaps even greater emotional control if you feel like there's been a lot of drama lately. So that's certainly good news. And if we look at the 12th house, you have Ankh with the 6 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, when Ankh shows up in this house, there may be concerns. It's interesting because these are the houses of kind of, they're connected to things. Ankh has to do with life, like very fundamentally. So sometimes when this card shows up in one of these houses, there could be a focus on death or a thinking about death in some reason. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but there does seem to be this worry about vitality in some way. And 6 of Wands has to do with victory, with again, being recognized. Maybe there's some doubt in your mind that that's going to happen. Maybe if you've been ill lately or something, maybe you've been feeling with this Ankh card, like, I don't know, maybe I don't have the vitality. Maybe I don't have what I need to make the things happen. But I think that you do. I don't think so. I think this is more of a worry than a reality. Certainly, if you're worried with the 6 of Wands about being able to accomplish things and bring things to fruition, everything else in this reading suggests you are doing just that. So I don't think there's anything to worry about with regard to that. Now, if we look over at the houses connected to relationship. Now, I want to talk about people who are, not people who are married. If you're married already, then I'll have a different interpretation for you. But those of you who are unmarried, okay, I'm seeing Well, first of all, I always look at the 5th and 7th houses together because the 5th has to do with uncommitted relationships and the 7th house has to do with committed relationships. So we have Nephthys and we have Pyramid, right? So Nephthys indicates something not happening yet. Pyramid's indicating, again, the Saturnian energy, something that's going to take a lot of time. So, yeah, so there's definitely a sense of not yet. We do have this Queen of Pentacles energy down here. Now also, well, okay, let's just stick with love for right now. So Queen of Pentacles can indicate that there may be somebody you're involved with who they feel very at home and very secure with you, very familiar. But I have a feeling this is a person who's not revealed themselves to you in terms of love, okay? This may be something that has not quite occurred yet, but there may be somebody who feels sort of cozy, warm, and secure as far as you are going. But there are tests here. And the devil is part of this. The devil seems to indicate somebody who could either be obsessed or maybe just somebody who's lusting after you in some way. But there's definitely a very strong sensual and passionate energy. And with the Queen of Pentacles down here, I feel like it's saying there's somebody here who really may carry a torch for you. And really who you just essentially, you're very pleasing to them sensually, and that they are somebody who is... just feels like, I don't know, you make them feel warm, cozy, and fuzzy. I don't know how else to put it. But there definitely seems to be there seems to be tests around whether or not this is going to be a long-term relationship. But again, I feel like this is something that can be solved eventually. Now, if you're already married, then this strikes me as having to do potentially with a creative project. Could have to do with a child as well. But Nephthys may indicate something where you're not there yet or not finished or something's not happening yet. And there's kind of a need here. With this Queen of Pentacles, there's Taurus energy here. So you could be getting help from somebody, maybe somebody with Taurus energy, or maybe this is just saying it's a matter of getting grounded, again, sitting down and just getting to work on something. There's a lot of energy here that suggests that work is more the focus right now, maybe even than love and romance. But up here, now if you are married already, then there could be a lot of passion in your relationship, or there could just be some attachments or some dependencies here that maybe need to be looked at. Maybe that's where you're being challenged. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're codependent when this card shows up, but the devil can indicate areas where maybe we have patterns of thinking about a relationship that we have to think about differently or address differently. Now, overall, you have Scarab with the Page of Wands. So Scarab indicates, that things are changing. A new beginning is coming, and it's going to be a great one. Page of Wands brings good news. It brings a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy. So whatever's been taking up your time right now, this cycle is definitely coming to an end, and you are moving into a new place, which I think is going to be, like I said, for some of you, this could be a move of home, but there's definitely this strong sense that you're working hard and trying to build something. You're trying to build financial security. You may be trying to build reputation, visibility in your career. And your card, your essential oil card for this week is frankincense. Now, the key word here is enlightened. Now, your trigger statement is, I am alone. Okay, you may be feeling like you're carrying the world on your shoulders right now. The true statement is, I am one with all that is. It says, you are safe and loved as you continue on your journey of self-exploration. So basically, this is saying, whatever's going on here, first of all, I don't necessarily think that you're alone. I do think you have helpers, whether they be visible or invisible ones, but it does seem like you are definitely getting a lot of help, and you are definitely being encouraged to move into new directions and keep expanding your horizons, and don't let other people get in the way of that. So I hope this reading was helpful, Cancer. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in early November.